Almost ready for game 2 of this doubleheader between Bluefield College and PIU. Hello everybody, Bailey Engel here. Glad to have you with us as the Rams really dominated in game 1 against Piedmont International. 18-7, a couple of big home runs in that game from Joseph Cardona as well as Andreas Holzer. But now trying to sweep Piedmont International here in game 2, a team that all up until just one game of last season, playing them 5 times, the Rams won every game by 10 runs or more. Now on the mound for Bluefield, it'll be Noah Carson making a start for the Rams. And for him, he has yet to pitch this season. So Noah Carson making his first start for Bluefield.
On the mound for the Rams in game 2, number 43, Noah Carson.
Freshman from Moshheim, Tennessee, ready to pitch.
Leading off for Piedmont International, center fielder number 12, Brian.
And Brian Deegan will lead it off. Carson ready, and the first pitch. Deegan looks at it right down the middle. Count goes 0-1. As that one is swung on and cracked out to left field, Napoleon ranging back and makes the catch in basket fashion all the way out towards the wall. After Deegan is retired, there is out number 1.
Left fielder, Lamont Johnson.
Brings up Lamont Johnson. So Johnson showing bunt as that pitch goes outside. As for the Rams, out in center field, Huntley, the catcher once again, Cardona, Millette at third. At shortstop for Bluefield, Andy Pena. Over at second base, it'll be Carlos Torres. At first base, Edgardo Bernard. In right field, Holzer. And in left, Lennon Napoleon. As that pitch is swung on and fouled off of the body, and now the count goes 1-2. Rather, it goes 1-1 with 1 out. Nobody on, still no score. Glad to have you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. My name is Bailey Engel. Big win for Bluefield in game 1, 18-7. Try to fight through that glare, but we'll do our best to really describe what's happening to you out there on the field. Got it 1-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Almost got him on the breaking ball there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The offer, swinging a foul ball, sliced straight into the Bluefield dugout. We'll go Lamont Johnson playing in left field, batting second. Eli Straw batting third, and playing at short. Gibbio, the DH, batting fourth. He caught in the last game. Sammy Nieves, the third baseman, batting fifth, with Kevin Greenwood, the first baseman, batting sixth. Harrison Bond catches in this game, batting seventh. Now at 2-2. Ground ball sliding down the first baseline, foul. Wesley Ambrose, the second baseman in game 2, and then Kurt Cabana, the right fielder, batting ninth. Darrow Cummings will get the start on the mound for Piedmont International. We'll see him in the bottom of the first inning, still right now in the top of the first with no score. Carson deals 2-2. Swinging a ground ball, rolling into the glove of Carson, fielding on the mound, and he underhands it over to Bernard for out number 1. Well, he almost ate it there, stumbling into the grass, and now for Bluefield there are 2 outs in the top of the first inning.
Shortstop, Eli Straw.
Going to bring up Eli Straw. Straw, the shortstop, returning to the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. Remember in that last game, Spencer Ambrose, who ended up getting the win, did give up a couple of runs in that first inning against Piedmont International. Straw watches it go outside. Carson down in the count 1-0. Rams ended up winning 18-7, a couple of 5-run innings for Bluefield, including a 6-run bottom of the first. 1-0. Swinging a ground ball left side, snagged by Millette. Throws from the infield, grass, on target. 1, 2, 3 go the Bruins in the top of the first inning, and now we go to the bottom of the first, still scoreless at Bowen Field.
Guys have done a deep though. They had one guy last year that like served in Iraq or something. He was like 30 years old. Yeah.
Cordero Cummings on the mound for Piedmont International. A flat 0 ERA across 7 2/3 innings of work. 11 hits, 4 runs. None of them have been earned. With 5 walks and 5 strikeouts up against Jordan Huntley as he swings and fouls it back. So maybe this will be a bit different than what we saw in Game 1, where Piedmont International threw out our first couple of hitters in that game, or first couple of pitchers that had ERAs close to 40. Here's the 0-1. Huntley swings and fouls it off again. So Cummings, last time he pitched was against Mars Hill, through 2 innings, only allowed 1 hit, no runs, walked 2, and struck out none. Largest outing of the year was against Bryant and Stratton College in Albany. 4 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. It wasn't earned with 2 walks. Huntley swings and drives it deep down the left field line, all the way back of the track. It is out of here. 9th home run of the year for Bluefield's leadoff man. And it's 1-0 Rams as we continue the bottom of the first inning. So for Cummings, talked about how he was really successful and has yet to allow an earned run. Well, there it is right there, the first one.
Plate, the catcher, Joseph Cardona.
Joseph Cardona up to the plate. He homered in the last game as well, as he swings and jams it over to second base, dying in the grass. Could be a bang-bang play at the first base bag, and there won't be a good enough throw. So Cardona is safe after the second baseman, Wesley Ambrose, couldn't field that cleanly. Just a bad hop for him. So Mejia, the courtesy runner at first base for the catcher, and now the pitch going low for Ozzie Millette.
Ali Mejia, Ozzie Millette at the plate.
Ozzie Millette up in the count 1-0. 1-0, Rams already on top of the runner at first and no outs. As he swings and belts that over to right field, that will drop for a base hit. Mejia rounding second, and now he'll have to go back. So Millette with a base hit, 3 hits for Bluefield, no outs.
Left fielder Lennon Napoleon.
Bring up Lennon Napoleon. Two men aboard for the Rams with no outs. Napoleon strides into it. It's inside. Count goes 1-0. Big lead at first base for Millette. 1-0. Tops outside, 2 balls, no strikes. So the Rams now 16-11 on the season after the 18-7 win. 2-0 is high and away. 7-5 in conference and really trying to find themselves in the best swing when they go down, or rather return to Bowen Field and play in an AAC series against Truett McConnell. That one starting on Friday at 6 o'clock, then a doubleheader on Saturday. 3-0. Napoleon doesn't have the green light. It's called a strike. Pepe Napoleon, the left fielder. He swings and grounds that one down the third baseline. They call it foul. And this game started a little bit earlier than we thought. Supposed to start around 6, and now it started at around 5:45. Three balls, 2 strikes, the offer. Swinging a foul ball going behind that catcher. 3 balls, 2 strikes. In the field over at first base, Kevin Greenwood. At second, Wesley Ambrose. At short, Eli Straw. The third baseman is Sammy Nieves. Lefty ready to go against the righty. Here's the pitch. Swinging another foul ball going right behind home plate. In left, Lamont Johnson. And center, Brian Deegan. And in right, Kirk Cabana for the second straight game. Cordero Cummings, another payoff, fouled away. Napoleon really starting to work against this pitcher. Both runners advanced somehow. I have no idea how that happened. And no one is clarifying. As the payoff, they swung on and fouled off again, and both runners don't seem to score there, so that makes sense. I guess they're going to call a balk. So a balk brings both runners in scoring position with no outs. 3 hits already for Bluefield. Another 3-2. Napoleon swings and drives down the left field line. That's a base hit. Both runs will score. Millette rounding third. He'll get there, and sliding in with a 2-run double is Napoleon. 3-0 Bluefield with no outs. So this game starting out just like the first one, where the Rams are piling on runs in the first inning with really no signs of getting an out. That was a good at-bat there. Napoleon was in the batter's box for a long time, fouled off a few, and then finally ripped it down the left field line. And now brings up the AAC Player of the Week. It'll be Jose Santana, who had that great series against Montreat. First pitch. Santana swings and grounds it into the hole in left field, a base hit. On around third goes Napoleon. Throw to the plate will not be there. And now advancing off of the throw home, Santana to second, who takes a big round of second base. He'll stay there, so it'll be an RBI single and advances to second on the throw. 4-0 Blue Field. So Cordero Cummings, after not allowing an earned run through his first 4 appearances, here we are, all 4 runs have been earned. And a quick mound visit. Well, Piedmont International, not exactly a very old school. Still trying to be affiliated in the NAIA, but right now just NCCAA. Head coach Chris Johnson
Right fielder Andreas Holzer.
leading this team. It's his first season as the head coach. Used to coach at Guilford College. That was out in Greensboro. That's high and away. It's ball 1. Head coach Chris Johnson played at Southeastern down in Lakeland, Florida. They're ranked right now in the NAIA. As Holzer takes the second pitch outside on the corner. Goes in 1-1. So about Southeastern College. That's actually where D. Gordon went to school. The 1-1. High fly down the right field line, slicing into foul territory. And Holzer is down in a 1-2 count. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second. Here's the pitch. Holzer swings and grounds it over to second base. Fielded there. On to first. 1 out. Santana advances to third base, and now it's 4-0. But with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch cut and a miss for Carlos Torres, the righty down 0-1. Rams up 4-0. Down the middle, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at third, big lead. Torres looks at it, outside for ball 1. Cummings finally has an out. It's already 4-0. Inside and low, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Trying to keep this game moving. Runner at third for Bluefield. Could make it 5-0. Torres, the second baseman. Pitch. Swinging a foul ball going right behind the catcher. So as it trickles behind Vaughn, count goes 2-2. Another foul ball. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Cummings looks out of the glove. Gets the sign he wants. 2-2. Swinging a blast, left field foul. Fouled away again. Torres really battling here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is kind of like what we saw to Napoleon in that earlier at bat. Cummings with the ball in the glove. Ready to go. 2-2. Outside. Make it 3-2. That was ball 4. And no, he had it right. So Carlos Torres was ready to go and now gets called back to the plate. That's ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. Torres ready here. Santana at third. Another payoff. Swing and a foul tip, caught by Vaughn, and there's strike 3. 2 outs, first strikeout of the game for Cummings.
First baseman, Edgardo Bernard.
Edgardo Bernard returns to home plate. Guzman played those final couple of innings of Game 1 in place of Edgardo Bernard, but now back into the starting lineup. Pitch and the lefty looks at it on the outside corner for strike 1. Well, Bernard came into this game just hitting .226. Does have a couple of home runs, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs. He swings and lets it fly out to left field. It is caught on a slide by Johnson. Great play for out number 3. Well, the Rams score 4 runs on 5 hits and leave 1 runner on base. It's 4-0 Blue Field.
So this coach actually has a good resume. It has me thinking, like, I mean, their basketball coach is a former ACC Player of the Year. Like, where are they coming up with this? Yeah, like, we just got guys that don't want to leave North Carolina. Yeah. Yeah.
Givio leads off for Piedmont International in the second inning. Carson still on the mound with the Rams leading 4-0 after scoring 5 runs on 4 hits, including a leadoff home run from Jordan Huntley. Givio, one of the stronger bats in the lineup, watches a fastball high and away. So it'll go Givio, Nieves, and Greenwood. The 4-5-6 due up. Carson deals 1 out. Swinging a ground ball, third base side. Millette charges up, gloves it at his knee, throws to first, off target, tag, laid down by Bernard. That's the second time he's been able to do that today, and it's good enough for out number 1. Givio tried to dive out of the way. Millette rushed his throw a little too much. He probably had his second for another step if he really wanted, but now there's 1 out. Brings up Sammy Nieves, third baseman. Right down the middle, strike 1. So Carson making his Bluefield College varsity debut. Tennessee native with the ball in the glove. Starts the motion, 0-1. Scrapes the dirt. 1-1 from Carson. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So the Rams just trying to gear up for a big conference series at home this weekend against Druitt McConnell. Yours truly will be on the call for that as the Rams take on the Bears. They've won their last AAC series as the 1-2 is belted out to right field on the ground. It's a base hit. So Nieves gets on with 1 out. First hit of the day for Piedmont International, or at least in game 2.
First baseman, Kevin Greenwood.
I'll bring up Kevin Greenwood. Did not see Kevin Greenwood in game 1. Wearing number 25, the right-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher. First pitch, swinging a high fly out to center field, staying in the ballpark. Huntley steps to the right, makes the catch for out number 2. Two gone now. Brings up another batter for Piedmont International at Harrison Vaughn. Vaughn came into today hitting .273 with that open stance. First pitch to him is a bit high and away. Ball 1. Slight lead at first base. Nieves. Now the pitch from Carson. High. 2 balls, no strikes. Playing here at historic Bowen Field. 335 down the lines. Home of the Bluefield Blue Jays. Formerly the Bluefield Orioles for about 5 decades before that. Rams certainly enjoy playing at a minor league ballpark. 2-0. High and in. Come set. Nieves trying to bounce off the bag. That is ball 4 and 4 pitches. So 2 outs and 2 men aboard.
Second baseman, Wesley Ambrose.
Now we're going to have a courtesy runner. Talon Green, number 8, running over to first. Brings up Wesley Ambrose. Saw him as a courtesy runner in game 1. Two men aboard for Bluefield, or rather Piedmont, and as that pitch goes high and away, it's ball 1. Called a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Game 2, and the Rams already lead 4-0. We're in the top of the second inning. Carson checks on that runner, 1-1. Another good pitch. It's dropped, though, as both runners move into scoring position. So that's called a pass ball after Cardona does not make the catch. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Base hit could cut this lead in half. Two 2-1. Swinging a ground ball over to first. Glove by Bernard. Underhands to Carson, and he dropped it. No throw to first, or no throw home, and now it's 4-2. That'll be an E1. That's a routine play that should have ended the inning, but now it's 4-2. So after that error, Piedmont International continuing the top of the second. Right down the middle. Kirk Cabana down 0-1. Oh, 1. In the dirt, ball 1.
Right fielder Kurt Cabana.
Count goes to 1-1 with 2 outs. Outside, ball 2. Count goes 2-1. Noah Carson starting to slow down a little bit. And the big error that allowed 2 runs unearned. It's high for ball 3. Just trying to throw strikes. Inside and low, ball 4, and the inning continues.
Center fielder Brian Healy.
First pitch, a little bit high to Deegan. 2 men aboard for Piedmont International, already scoring 2 runs on 1 hit and a big error. Couple of walks in the inning. In the dirt, rolls behind Cardona. Both runners advance. It's a wild pitch. So you just make that catch there, and then the inning is over, but you got to mentally hurdle that, and now tying run is at second base. Fouled away, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Two one. Hit him. Bases loaded. Now the base is loaded. Noah Carson has just hit a brick wall here in the second inning. We have not seen a mound visit of any sort. Brings up Lamont Johnson. So go ahead run now at first base. Carson, luckily for his own ERA, this will not go on a run average, that's for sure. That goes high and in. Ball 1. There's the strike. Count goes 1-1. One. Line drive, right bases will now start to empty. Throw to the plate, cut off, and now it is a tie game, 4-4. Lamont Johnson bringing in those 2 RBIs there, 4-4 the score, and the inning continues. Eli Straub to the plate. 4 runs have already scored in the top of the second for PIU. Swinging a rip out to right field. That one hooking foul and into the blue field bullpen. So the go-ahead run at second base. Shortstop down in the count, 0-1. Noah Carson just letting this game get away from him here. Freshman and pitching in his first ever collegiate game was going well, just dropped the ball, and then after that, a couple of base hits and a walk, hit by pitch. 1-1, 2 outs. One. Straw swings and drives center field, long run for Huntley, and that is off of the wall. 2 runs will score as that ball still is kicked all the way to the cutoff man, and the 2-run triple makes it 6-4 Piedmont International. Well, if that part of the batter's eye isn't there, that's a home run. Three hits all in this inning, and all scoring now as that error really looms in the distance. They have now batted around.
Designated hitter John Gibio.
Gibio returns to the plate. Runner at third. 6-4. The score. Rams down by 2. Outside corner for strike 1. Rams already with an arm warming up in the bullpen after Carson got those 2 outs. Oh, 1. Gibio, line drive, center field, base hit. 7-4 the score.
Third baseman Samuel Nieves.
Sammy Nieves up to the plate. 1 runner on base. There were 2 outs. All of these runs being scored, or at least 5 of the runs scored with now 2 outs. Outside, ball 1. Count evens at 1-1, 2 outs, runner at first, 7-4 the score. Swinging a pop-up foul, strike 2. So 5 of these runs being unearned. One-two pitch. Outside and high, ball 2. Carson at the 47 pitch mark. Two. High and outside again, ball 3, a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payoff runner goes, swing and a miss. And that is it for the top of the second, but 7 runs scored, 5 of them unearned for PIU. The runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the second, Rams down by 3. Andy Pena up to the plate here in the bottom of the second. Rams with a rough top of the second inning. 7 runs have scored for Piedmont International. And the first pitch to the shortstop, he swings and grounds it straight to short, and it's an error. Out to left field. Eli Straw just didn't get the glove down, and fundamentally failing on that play after what we saw in that top of the second. These errors really are going to haunt both of these teams.
Center fielder Jordan Huntley.
Jordan Huntley up to the plate. He homered his last time up, his 9th home run of the year. Checking on the runner at first, and the pitch high and away. Count goes 1-0. Pickoff attempt not in time. High and away, 2 balls, no strikes. Huntley with that gigantic bomb back in the first inning cleared the left field wall, and really, you don't expect that out of a leadoff man. As he swings and drives it right side, that's foul. Strike 1, 2 balls, 1 strike. Rams at the top of their lineup, and Huntley leading them in home runs. So really setting the tone for the rest of these innings. Slight lead at first, the pitch in the dirt. So Cummings, struggling in that first inning, now has run support, which isn't really something you can usually say about Piedmont International, but he does have it. Three balls, 1 strike, no outs. Outside, ball 4. Now 2 men aboard.
Catcher Joseph Cardona.
Brings up Joseph Cardona. 1 for 1 with a single. He hit a home run earlier today. Was his first of the year. 2 men aboard. Lefty-lefty as he swings and fouls it off the end of the bat, spinning into that third base dugout. Count goes 0-1. Rams down by 3. Cardona looks at it low and away. Count evens up at 1-1. No outs, 2 men aboard. Thanks for all tuning in here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield College playing against Piedmont International. Game 2, looking to get the brooms out to try to sweep if they can come back here. 1-1. Swung on, ground ball, fouled off right side. That one's popped up foul left side. Ball and 2 strikes, no outs. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, rolling into right field, a base hit. Green light around third. Here comes Pena. He will score, and it's an RBI single now with runners on the corners for Bluefield. 7-5, Rams within 2. Can they come back already here in the bottom of the second inning?
Third baseman, Ozzie Millette.
First pitch to Millette is a ball. Count 1-0. So the tying run is now at first base. Swing of the bat could give Bluefield the lead. High and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, a midweek pitching game, you won't necessarily find the real seasoned guys out there, and that's what we're seeing today. Noah Carson for Bluefield struggled, and Cummings trying to find his stride as well. 2-0. Outside corner, strike 1. Finally getting back into the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. This game started at 5:45 in the bottom of the second now, almost an hour in. 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Went to the off speed there. Cummings, the lefty, fighting against the righty Millette. Runners at third and first. (3-1). Runner going first to second as Millette pops that one up sky high. Long run for the right fielder. Makes the catch. Runner tagging from third, and Huntley, he will score, and it's a sacrifice fly to cut this lead down to 1. Rams now within 1, 7-6. By the way, that's the first out. So Guzman's up to the plate now. Oh, yeah, Pepe Napoleon, excuse me, as Napoleon swings and misses strike 1.
Left fielder, Lennon Napoleon.
So the left fielder up to the plate, count goes 0-1. 1 out. Tying run at first base. Rams have already put up 2 here in the bottom of the second inning. They scored 4 in the first, and there's only 1 out. Chance to turn a double play. As Napoleon swings and sets it on a ride, deep to right field, long run, caught. Good job out there by the right fielder, Kirk Cabana, reeling them in. Now there are 2 outs. Runners stay at first base.
Designated hitter, Jose Santana.
It's low to Santana, and there's no throw. Meanwhile, for Mejia, he basically slid when he got on top of the bag. That might not have felt great. 1 ball, no strike. Santana up, and the count got on with a ground ball his last time up. Here's the pitch. High and away. Ball 2. Tying run at second base for Bluefield. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 7-6 the score. Rams led up 7 runs in the second inning. That's the most runs scored in an inning by either team today. As that pitch is grounded into left field through the 5-6 hole. Here comes the runner. Mejia will score, and the game is tied 7-7. So the Rams were trailing by 3, and it looks like this might be it for Cummings. 7 hits, 7 runs. Of course, all of these runs are going to be earned. Cummings is out of the ball game. So he goes 1 2/3 innings. Rams with the go-ahead run at first base, and a new pitcher coming in for Piedmont International when we come back. Third appearance of the year for Dylan Ramirez with now a runner at first. Dylan Ramirez, his ERA is 243. Lefty faces off against Andreas Holzer. First pitch. Swinging a ground ball, rolling down the third baseline, foul. So for Ramirez, this is his third appearance of the season, the sophomore from Orlando, Florida. He came in against St. Andrews, gave up 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, which somebody has to be doing the stats wrong. Well, he must have had a strikeout, and there must have been dropped third strike because there was no out. There were no outs that he recorded in that game. 0-1. So he swings and grounds it into right field, another base hit. Rounding second as that one goes right through him, looking for the green light. He didn't look. And now here he comes on to home, and that will give the Rams the lead. Throw to home, not in time, and it's 8-7. So it's a base hit and then an error out in right field. So it's a Little League triple, and the Rams have already fought back after trailing by 3. It's 8-7. Here's Carlos Torres, who swings and grounds that one straight to second base. Now throw to first from Ambrose. There it is, the final out of the second inning. And the Rams lead 8-7 after scoring 4 runs on a few hits and a big error out in right field. They have the lead back.
Why don't you do this? He is so. Some of the stuff he does is so questionable. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just do it. Like he posts selfies, man. Like like if he sings, that's fine. But like, that was just third foot. Yeah, that was bingo. Yeah. Yeah, he's not bad, but also just like, yeah. A lot of times he'll just post pictures of himself. What are you doing, bro? I'll tell you what, though. He's tough. He got stabbed at a party one time. Yeah. There's some guy. It wasn't even some guy that was at the party. It was a meth head that lived next door. He cut him. Yeah. Split his neck. Yeah, I would do whatever. I want to be alive. Yeah. Almost died. Hey, is this the same guy in the mouthwash for still more?
Justin Mesa.
Justin Mesa comes in after the starting pitcher Noah Carson allows 7 runs, 5 of them unearned. Here we are in the third inning. Rams up 8-7 in a real barn burner here in game 2, as that pitch is high and away for ball 1. That one goes on the outside corner for strike 1. Kevin Greenwood leading it off. The 6-7-8 due up for the Bruins. 1-1. Hit down the left field line. That is fair. A base hit for Kevin Greenwood. Rounding first, now on his way to second, but he puts on the brakes. It'll be just a single. Mesa came in the last game, pitched, and ended the game. Of course, not a save opportunity because Bluefield won 18-7. Already with 13 hits combined here, just in the third inning. Brings up the catcher, Harrison Vaughn. Off speed, right down the middle, strike 1. Rams with a big conference series this weekend against Truett McConnell. Right now, Bluefield 7-5 in the AAC after last year. Even with that home run hitting team they had, they only went 8-18 to the AAC. 0-1 is blasted foul left side and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. No outs, a runner at first. Rams up by 1, 8-7. So you got to remember, for Bluefield, the pitching is still a bit young. Alex Perkins, one of the aces for the Rams, will likely start a game this weekend. As that one is in the dirt and inside, and Greenwood advances to second base. Well, that's Sun on the first base side, and we apologize, folks. Just makes it impossible for you to see, so we're going to do our best here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mesa checks the runner at second base after the wild pitch. 1-2. Popped up behind home plate, and after a long chase, Cardona watches it leave the ballpark. Rams up by 1, looking for the sweep. They scored 4 runs in each of those first 2 innings. Here we are in the top of the third. One ball, 2 strikes. The offer, swinging a ground ball, sneaking up the middle, a base hit. Green light around third goes Greenwood. Throw to the plate, a good one after it's cut off, and Greenwood is held up at third base. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Now 2 runners aboard with no outs on the first pitch of strike. Right down to Wesley Ambrose. So the go-ahead run at second base now. Rather at first base. Runners on the corners. Mesa nods and he deals. Showing bunt. Pulls back. It's outside for ball 1. Apologize, folks. We'll try to work through some camera issues we have here with the glare and just these plexiglass windows. We're not really given a great hand to work with. Count goes to 1-1. Outside and low. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the Rams, they are just struggling to throw strikes. Already have 14 combined hits in this game. We are in the top of the third. 2-1. Swinging a fly ball, hit out to center field. Huntley jogs back, makes the catch. Greenwood will tag, and the game is tied 8-8.
Right fielder Kirk Cabana.
So Kirk Cabana steps up to the plate. Count is 1-0 to the right fielder, tied up 8-8. With 1 out as that pitch goes low, 2 balls, no strikes. All tied up 8-8. Piedmont International has kept this one close after a 7-run top of the second inning. Swing and a miss on that one, though. Strike 2. Rather, strike 1. Two-one. Swinging a fly ball, shot down the left field line and foul. Make it 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. So 2-2 with 1 out. Runner at first base. Meza fires. Swinging a ground ball, bouncing into right field, another base hit. Here comes the runner around second. He is held up at third, and the runners are on the corners again with a potential go-ahead run at third base for Piedmont International. 7th hit of the game for Piedmont International, and we are in the top of the 3rd inning. Runners on the corners, and now Piedmont International trying to knock down this door here. Right at the top of the lineup with Deegan. Brian Deegan trying to knock in the go-ahead run. Cut and a miss, strike 1. Tied up at 8-8. Ball and a strike with 1 out. Sun finally starting to set. 1-1 showing bunt. Fouls it off. Strike 2. Meza's trying to fight through this inning. Rams are going to have to fight back, and really not a lot of pitching going on in this game. Most of the infield now in the shade. Runners on the corners. 8-8 the score with 1 out. Ready with a 1-2. Swinging a foul ball going right behind Cardona at home, and now the count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. I have to start turning on the lights here as it's starting to get dark. There's supposed to be a high school game after this, but hope those kids brought their homework. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball chopped over on the right side. Torres fields, throws to second, and it rolls into left field. Another error. This one's going to go on Torres, and already Piedmont International is able to take the lead. Nine, 8 the score. Rams are really just booting the ball around. Brings up Lamont Johnson. Right at his knees. And there's strike 1. So you look at the big errors in this game, there's going to be one of them. But the biggest one, Noah Carson back in the 2nd inning. Piedmont International at that point scored 2 runs. It was a ground ball to third. Edgardo Bernard fielded it cleanly, underhanded it right to him, and he dropped it. By the way, Guzman is now at first base. 0-1 shows bunt, fouls it off, and it goes into the body of Cardona. That didn't feel good. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. High and away for ball one. All in 2 strikes with runners on the corners. Mays has been in there a long time. There's only 1 out. Fastball is high, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, at least the sun went down. 9-8 the score. Piedmont International looking to knock off Bluefield. From the stretch, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Skips late, but the tag is applied. A gift given to Bluefield, and the Rams trail by 1. It's 9-8. Eric Guzman up to the plate with the Rams down by 1. 9-8 the score. A couple more unearned runs coming in. And the first baseman looks at it low. Meanwhile, on the mound, Dylan Ramirez still there. Who, like we said, came into this game with a 243 ERA. Now trying to improve that. Field lights popping on. 1-0. Cut and a miss. Oh, 1-1. Andy Pena on deck for Bluefield. And Huntley in the hole. 1-1. Drops inside and low. Two balls, 1 strike. First baseman Guzman ready to receive this from Ramirez. The pitch. Ground ball off the inside of the bat, rolling foul. Count goes 2-2. The offer. Swinging a liner out to center field, and the catch is made. Great job by the center fielder. Didn't even have to move that time. Ryan Deegan makes the catch. We're out number 1. One gone. Nobody on for Bluefield. That was the leadoff man in the bottom of the 3rd. Brings up Andy Pena. He swings and rockets it over to the first baseline. Good glove there. Kevin Greenwood making the play for out number 2. Playing a 7-inning ball game. Now back to the top with Jordan Huntley. So if Ramirez is able to retire Huntley here, it's the first time today that Bluefield has been retired in 3 straight batters, as that one is bounced low for ball 1. Count 1-0. From the belt, he fires. Limbo's back, it's ball 2, bit high and inside on the fastball. Two balls, no strike, center fielder awaits. Here's the pitch. 3 straight balls to Jordan Huntley. 1-run ball game. Rams are down by 1 after winning the first game by 11. Ramirez, low kick and the pitch. High and away, ball 4. So as we go further into this top part of the lineup, Rams continue now with Joseph Cardona. As we continue here on the Rams Digital Sports Network, we just try to keep harping on the fact that this is a midweek game and the Rams playing in a pretty big conference series this weekend here at Bowen Field against Truett McConnell. As that one is shot foul, first pitch to Cardona. Strike 1, count goes 0-1, tying run at first base. Oh, 1. And the dirt bounces behind Vaughn, and Huntley easily advances on the wild pitch. Ball and a strike. Tying run now in scoring position for Bluefield. Looks like we're going to be playing night baseball here in Bluefield. 1-1. Inside, ball 2. So now 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bluefield Beavers ready to play after this, and it's going to be a long time before they do that, as that one is fouled back. Count evens up with 2-2. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. And to hit him. So now to bring up Ozzie Millette. 9-8 the score. Already seen 15 hits in this one. Rams with 8. Mejia on as the courtesy runner. Ozzie Millette with 2 outs. Can he bring home the tying and maybe the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 3rd inning? First pitch to him is a fastball that rises outside, ball 1. All and no strikes as a duck flies overhead. Duck sees the score and just leaves out of here. 1 ball, no strikes. As Millette swings and rips it up the middle, it's a base hit rolling to center field. Here comes Huntley. He will score, and the game is tied 9-9. So Ramirez gives up a run, and now it is all tied up again. Bluefield has scored at least 1 run in each of the first 3 innings. The big inning, obviously, that second inning for Piedmont International where they scored 7, 5 of them unearned. They all came with 2 outs. Here comes Pepe Napoleon with 2 men aboard. First pitch, the left fielder strides into it. It's a little high, but it's called a strike anyway. So 0-1, Ramirez has to check on these runners. Mejia at second and Millet at first as that one is ripped out to left field. On a bounce, that's a base hit. Mejia rounds third, sprinting on home, and the Rams take the lead, 10-9. Couple of 2-out knocks for Bluefield, and Dylan Ramirez will likely be out of the ball game. Lefty on the mound. Came in with an ERA above 200. Seems like he wants to stay in. And he will. All right. I'll bring up Jose Santana.
Designated hitter Jose Santana.
Player of the week in the AAC. And he win in this non-conference matchup. Outside and low, ball 1. On the corner for strike 1. Count evens up at 1-1. Rams have already taken the lead after a pair of RBI singles with 2 outs from Ozzie Millette. The 1-1 is fouled back for strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes. Ramirez checks the runner. A pickoff attempt, and Millette has to race back to the bag at second. Ramirez did not have any intention of throwing that ball. And it's a balk. That seems like the right call. He spun around, started the motion, and then just hopped off. You can't do that. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. Swing and a drive. Deep to center field. Long run, and the catch can't be made as that ball bounces off of the wall. 2 runs will score. Santana held up at second, and it's a 2-run, 2-out double to make it 12-9. So a 3-run lead for Bluefield. They've scored 12 runs on 11 hits. And we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So this ball game continues. Andreas Holzer up to the plate. Watched on the inside corner, strike 1. Well, the Rams are going to be playing in front of fans, that's for sure, because everybody's here for this high school game, the Coppinger Classic, and there are not a lot of people that would stay out for a game like this, but with a high school game coming up after this, this is right now at 7 o'clock. We are in the 3rd inning. Now, granted, this is a 7-inning game, but the pace of this one, oof. Got started at 5:45. Santana at second, 0-2, outside, ball 1. The 1-2. Holzer fouls it off, and it's not caught by Vaughn. Rams have taken the lead. All of this being done with 2 outs. The 1-2. Holzer swings and grounds it up the middle. It's in trouble, and it's a base hit. Santana rounds third, on to home, 13-9. "12 hits for Bluefield. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Rams enjoying it. Remember, last game they scored 18 runs. They are well on their way to do that. Brings up Carlos Torres. 2-out rally for the Rams. Launches a fastball on the outside corner. It's strike 1. And I wonder, will Bluefield be able to pitch well enough to keep this game out of reach? Because there's no doubt they can just hit better. Rams just need to feel better with those 2 errors. As Torres swings in, fouls it off, bouncing behind him, quickly down 0-2. "0-2, runner goes outside, throw to second, not in time. Slides in safely. After Holzer steals a bag, Rams are up by 4, 13-9. Carlos Torres with a base hit can make it a 5-run game. Dylan Ramirez shakes off the sign, checks the runner, 1-2. Swinging a ground ball and a right field base hit. Round third goes Holzer. Throw to the plate, not in time. Another RBI single, and the Rams are up 14-9. Let's make that 32 runs the Rams have scored today. They have outscored Piedmont International in these 2 games 32-16. Brings up Guzman. He started off the inning as he swings and smacks it straight on the line to Ambrose, who makes the catch at second base, and the inning is finally over. 6-run score for Bluefield, and they lead 14-9.
What could we possibly tell this kid? You know?
Top of the 4th here in Bluefield. Rams lead 14-9 Mesa on the mound for his second inning of work. Last time he was in, gave up 2 runs. First pitch is high and outside.
National shortstop Eli Straw.
Straw looks at it. It's called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And rather, it's 1-1. Straw looks at it. There's strike 2. Fastball on the outside corner. One, 2. Fouled back. Ball and 2 strikes. So the 3-4-5, Gibio on deck, Nieves in the hole. Mesa kicks and deals. Missed by just a tad. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just a bit outside. Rams 16-11. Outside again, ball 3. Throwing the young arms in this one. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. There is out number 1. Rams leading by 5, and they will take it as we try to speed this one along in the top of the 4th inning. Still a ball game, though. Technically, it's only 5 runs. Here's Gibio. Rams have scored 4 runs. 4 runs again in the second, and then 6 in the third. First pitch to the DH. Fouls it off. Right back to the screen for strike 1. A little bit odd here at Bowen Field. Right towards the backstop, there is a slight incline of grass, so a bit of a hill. Usually at other ballparks, it's just flat. 0-1. Cut and miss. Strike 2. Mason starting to feel it. Rams have scored 14 runs on 13 hits. We are in the 4th inning. 0-2. Fastball didn't miss by much. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. 14-9 the score. Now the top of the 4th. Mesa kicks and deals. Missed again by just a smidgen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was a bit low. Gibio awaits. Shoulders shrug, and now the 2-2. Popped up left side of the infield. Pena calls for the ball. Backs up, makes the catch. 2 outs.
Third baseman, Sammy Nieves.
Sammy Nieves up to the plate. Third baseman with 2 outs and his team down by 5. They have scored 9 runs in the past 2 innings. Watches a fastball outside for ball 1. One out. High and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Got a miss, strike 1. Two and 1. Ground ball, third base side after it bounces up in the sky. Piedmont International down to their final strike in the top of the 4th. Two. Popped up in the infield. Mesa calls for it. Still staying with it. Backs up, and it's dropped. Well, Guzman came in, knocked him down, and that's just a situation where you should just let your fielders do their job. So it's an error, third one of the game for Bluefield, and the Rams is trying to get this final out. Because the errors have allowed Piedmont International to create some opportunities they wouldn't otherwise have had. That one is fouled back. Kevin Greenwood, he singled his last time up. Now 0-1. Runner at first base, the 0-1. Outside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first off of the error. Rams leading by 5. Ball lead at first. The pitch. Just a bit low and away. Ball 1. Long one here in Bluefield. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Meza, and a runner is left at first. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and it's 14-9 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning.
What? Oh, they don't have anybody left. Yeah, like if this gets to be a 10-run game, we should call it after 5. I swear they called it early last year.
Andy Pena comes up to the plate for Bluefield as the Rams lead 14-9 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ramirez still on the mound after he surrendered 6 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here we are in the bottom of the 4th, though. Rams up by 5. Andy Pena and Jordan Huntley due up. And the 9-1-2 as that pitch is inside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. Mike White looking on from third base. Garrett Schilling on at first. Well, Ramirez, it's shocked that he's still out there, but they really don't have that many arms to throw as Pena swings and drives deep to center. Deegan back, makes the catch. Or Deegan makes the catch, and now it's 1 out. 14-9, a 5-run lead for Bluefield. 1 out in the 4th inning. Huntley has already hit a home run in this game. First pitch popped up Shortstop, Straw, makes the catch for out number 2. So this is what happened last time. The first 2 outs were recorded early for Piedmont International, and then the Rams rallied and scored all of those runs. Made the mistake of saying this would have been the first 1-2-3 inning of the game, and the Rams just heated up, Cardona being one of the guys to do that, I believe. First pitch, he swings, pops it up. Left side, foul territory. On top of the press box. Count goes to 0-1, 2 outs. Pitch, Cardona swings and golfs it high in the air, right field, back of the warning track, at the wall. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. What a play in right field by Kurt Cabana. 1-2-3, go the Rams. 14-9 the score as we head to the 5th inning. Harrison Vaughn leads it off for Piedmont International. It's 14-9 on to the top of the 5th inning. Rams up by 5. This is a 7-inning game, game 2 of the series, and for Bluefield, they won that first one 18-7. So let's see what they can do here. Now, just 9 outs away from winning this game. Harrison Vaughn, the catcher, up to the plate. Pitch. Fastball high and away. Justin Mays is still in for Bluefield. Outside corner, strike 1. Count goes 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Got to miss. Strike 2. Righty, lefty. 2-2. Line drive, right field, and another base hit. That's the 8th base hit for Piedmont in this game. Between the errors, this has made it a little bit less interesting. 2 errors for Piedmont, 3 for Bluefield. They find themselves up by 5. They have 13 hits. Brings up Ambrose. Top of the fifth, Rams lead by 5. Swinging a chopper on the right side. Torres just not in the place to get it as it rolls out to right field. Holzer kicked it, and now no one will go. 2 hits in a row. Mays is starting to struggle. Will the Rams throw in another arm, just trying to save him for the weekend?
Right fielder, Kirk Cabana.
Kirk Cabana, who made that great play out at right field, made the catch to rob Cardona of a home run. It would have been his second home run of the day. 2 men aboard. Piedmont really not out of this one. The big number on that board, 7 runs for them in the top of the second inning. They led 7-4 in this game at one point. Rams have since outscored them 10-2. That's inside, dropped by Cardona. Both runners advance into scoring position. So Cabana with a chance to cut this down to possibly a 3-run game. Base hit would score 2 runs, 2 runners in scoring position with no outs. That's inside and low. Got a 2-0. Pitch. Inside, 3 balls, no strikes, and Mays' days might be numbered here. As he loads up the bases with no outs. .30 pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. Was almost called ball 4. Two runners in scoring position. 3-1. Ground ball over to short. Throw on to first from Pena. Off target. Tag applied by Guzman. Out is recorded, but a run comes in to score. It's 14-10. Boy, everyone in the building just kind of holding your breath when they throw it over to first base. And now a change on the mound. Mays' day is done. 14-10 the score. And now a runner at third base. So the Rams up by 4 with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Top of the fifth continues 14-10, and now Cody Gardier is on the mound for Bluefield. First pitch low and away. Rams lead by 4. There have been 22 combined hits in this ball game. They're in the top of the fifth inning, playing in a 7-inning game. Gardier, the righty, deals, and that one is swung on and fouled back. Ryan Deegan, the center fielder. Swings and grounds it straight over to first. Guzman will take it himself, and a run scores. It's 14-11. Now 2 outs. So Deacon gets the RBI, but it's a 3-run game.
Left fielder, Lamont Johnson.
Lamont Johnson. Called a strike, count goes 0-1. Quickly up 0-2, so Gardier getting the job done, just needs one more out. 5.82 ERA for him this year, 2-2 record. Only Rams with a save is Justin Coleman, by the way. 0-2, got him looking. Strike 3. 3 straight pitches, and that is it for the top of the fifth. On to the bottom of the fifth. 14-11 the score. Isaac Millett up to the plate. Rams are up by now just 3 runs, 14-11 in this opposite of a showcase of pitching. 13 hits for Bluefield, 9 hits for Piedmont International, and then 5 combined errors in this game, 3 for the Rams. First pitch to the third baseman is a bit outside for ball 1. Brian Ramirez still on the mound. Dylan Ramirez, excuse me, is the 1-0. He swung on and grounded foul. That bottom of the 4th inning was the first inning of this ball game where Bluefield was held scoreless, including a big-time robbery out in right field from Kurt Cabana. Here's the 1-1 to the third baseman. That looks at it high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one. Hit him right in the thigh. And now he'll go to first. He jogs that one out. That seemed a little painful. And now the Rams have Pepe Napoleon up. Well, for Piedmont International, just trying to save these arms for the weekend. They don't have many pitchers to work with anyway. They're 5 and 13. They're going to play Toccoa Falls College this weekend down in North Carolina. We'll play Bluefield again on April 23rd. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball one. One ball, no strikes, no outs. Napoleon swings and rips it foul third base side. He was a count up at 1-1. He tried to turn on that one. We're playing a 7-inning ball game, folks. We're now in the bottom of the fifth. Rams 14 runs in this one, leading by 3. It's 14-11. Millette with a solid lead at first. That pitch skips in the dirt. Vaughn has to throw off his helmet. Millette rounds second. Thinking about third. He won't get there. Up now, 2 balls and 1 strike. No outs. 3-run lead for Bluefield. Napoleon fits it foul towards the Rams dugout, and now the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. "13 hits for Bluefield, 9 for Piedmont International. They scored 7 runs in the top of the second, the Bruins did. Ramirez deals, Millette takes off. It's high, throw to third, skips into the outfield. Millette will run home, and it's now 15-11. And I think Bluefield scored 18 runs in that last game, and they're on track to do it again. No outs. Here's the pitch. High and away, ball 4.
Designated hitter, Jose Santana.
I bring up Jose Santana with the Rams leading by 4. This hasn't been Bluefield's best game they've played either because they just don't have the most experienced arms out there. We saw Gardier came in, got those quick 2 outs. Pickoff attempt not in time. Jose Santana. First pitch to him. High and away, a call to strike. Makes it 0-1. Another pickoff attempt. Inside, called strike 2. So quickly now 0-2. Runner at first, 0-2 pitch. Have to wait on again, another pickoff attempt. Ramirez. Well, they're putting a lot on him because he came into this game, had only pitched a third of an inning, and had given up so many runs, and now starting to do the same thing. 1-2. Fouled straight back. Makes it a ball and 2 strikes. One, two, fouled back again. No outs, 15-11 the score. Millette was hit by a pitch, stole a base, stole another base. Throw from Vaughn over to third was not in time, then a walk. 1-2. High and in, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Small lead at first for Napoleon. Here's the pitch. Fouled into the dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rams trying to find their 17th win of the year. So far, it looks like they're on a good road to do it. Pitch, swinging a high fly ball. If it's fair, it is gone. And it is out of here. Jose Santana with a huge home run. No signal from the umpire out in the field, but it's a gigantic home run for the reigning AAC Player of the Week, and it's 17-11. That'll be it for Dylan Ramirez. And a new pitcher coming in for the Bruins. Find out who it is when we come back.
What's this guy's ERA? Top 1,000? That's not a good website or anything too. You can salt that's their third it's in daylight. Yeah, I got you. Thank you. Yeah. This is what happens when the game is bad. And they don't really use any more pitchers. He throws, look at him smiling. He throws it funny. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
So you remember Lucas Dalton from Game 1? Now he's the pitcher. As the third baseman of Game 1, and now the freshman from Galax, Virginia is on the mound, facing off against Andreas Holzer. Rams lead by 6 at 17-11. First pitch is grounded through the 5-6 hole. It's a base hit. Bottom of the fifth continues. That was a home run from Jose Santana. Didn't see where it landed, but it exited the ballpark.
Second baseman Carlos Torres.
Bring up Carlos Torres. By the way, there are no outs. Torres watches it high. Called a strike, though. Dalton fires. Fouled away. Strike two. So the Rams played Piedmont International 5 times last year, all except for one time they won by 10 or more runs. That trend held up in game one. Right now, 6-run game. 0-2. Reluctant swing and loops it straight over to the second baseman, Ambrose, who makes the catch for out number one. Bring up Guzman with a runner at first base.
First baseman Eric Guzman.
Guzman trying to get Bluefield's 16th hit. Down the middle, strike one. Well, it's supposed to be a high school game played after this. I don't know the time they were scheduled at, but they're going to be pretty late to school tomorrow if they get the proper amount of sleep in. That breaking ball goes low. Count one goes 1-1 with one out. 17-11 the score. Dalton deals. Outside corner, strike two. One, two. Outside and low. Almost got away from Vaughn. Runner at second, or rather at first, as that swing is high in the air. Deep left center. Kiss it goodbye. Home run for Guzman. 19-11. Rams are up by 8. I mean, that ball was tattooed. First home run of the year for him. First RBIs of the season, actually. 19-11 the score. Rams up by 8 in the 5th inning. Have to wonder if this goes on any longer. Will they just go on with it as that pitch is swung on and cracked out to left field, and it's caught by Johnson for out number 2. Pena line straight out to the left fielder. Oh, Lucas Dalton, a freshman right here from the Southwest Virginia area. Outside and low. And ball one. Huntley to the plate. He swings and lines it to left field. Another base hit for Bluefield. Gallops around first. He'll stay there, though. 19-11 remains to score with 2 outs. The bottom of the 5th inning.
Catcher Joseph Cardona.
Bring up Cardona, who was robbed of a home run his last time up. Sees a pitch low. It's ball one. Dalton looks over his shoulder, kicks and deals. Popped up left side. Third baseman looking for it, and it'll go into the bullpen. One. Liner. Caught on a knee by Ambrose at second, and that is it for the fifth inning. Rams put up 5 more runs. It's 19-11. Cody Gardier is on the mound for Bluefield in the bottom, or rather the top of the 6th inning. Eli Straw leads it off. Last time the Bruins were up, they scored 2 runs. Gardier, though, pitched a perfect 2/3. First pitch to the shortstop is a fastball high. Rams trying to win their 17th game of the season. Right now, 16-11. Big conference weekend coming up with Truett McConnell, 1-0. Line drive, right field, straight at Holzer. And there is out number 1. Excuse my excitement, folks. It just seems like every time the ball hits the bat, it's going to drop in for a base hit. There have been so many base hits in this game. 17 for Bluefield. They've scored 19 runs. 9 for Piedmont. They scored 11 runs. Both teams with 3 errors. It just needs to be consistent outs. As Gibbio swings and pops it out to center. Huntley glides to the right, makes the catch, 2 outs. So Piedmont International has now put themselves in a hole where they have to score 8 runs to try to extend this one with just 4 outs remaining for them. Here's Nieves. Cody Gardier, kick and the pitch. Fastball high. One-0. Outside corner, strike 1. Count evens at 1-1 with 2 outs. Swinging a bouncer through the 5-6 hole, and Nieves finds another base hit. There's the 10th of the day for Piedmont International. Should say the 10th of game 2. Also have to remember that Piedmont is throwing out a position player as the pitcher. Lucas Dalton. Here's Kevin Greenwood. He's actually done a pretty solid job at the plate today. First pitch, fastball high. And it's ball one. One zero inside. Swinging a liner, left field, base hit again. Running around second is Nieves. He will stop at third. It's a double from Greenwood. So Cody Gardier in his first jam of the day after getting those first two outs. Now we got a pinch hitter coming up. Josh Williams.
Pinch hitting.
Well, he was the guy that came up to the plate at the end of game one, hit a ground ball over to third. It obviously hit him in the foot. He was hobbling to first. Nobody called foul ball, and then he just had to take it and out. Big swing and a miss for strike one. That was his first at-bat of the year. Got it 0-1. Two runners in scoring position. 19-11 the score. Popped up behind home plate. Cardona won't even try to find it. It goes over the grandstand, and now the count is 0-2. Williams is ready at the plate. Gardier checks the runners 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Two runners left aboard for Piedmont, and the Rams head into the bottom of the sixth inning, up 11-19. Dalton is still on the mound as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Rams lead 19-11. Looking for some extra insurance runs. And the bottom of the sixth. Dalton deals first pitch. It's low in the dirt. 3-4-5 due up for Bluefield. Millette and Napoleon due up first. Last time he was hit by a pitch and then came around to score. 1-0. Outside. Ramirez plunked him. 2-0. Make it 3-0. Well, Dalton is a position player. Trying to finish out this game that we are slotted to finish here. As Millett swings and grounds it foul on a 3-0 count, and that's just how you know some of these guys want to get out of here. Swinging at a pitch like that on 3-0, that's ball 4, and he fouled it off. Outside, ball 4. He didn't swing that time.
Left fielder Lennon Napoleon.
Lennon Napoleon up to the plate. So you got Jose Santana on deck now in a moonshot home run. Guzman did the same thing in that same inning, so the Rams put up 5 in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 19-11. Down the middle, strike 1. (19-11) the score, bottom of the 6th. We're only playing in a 7-inning game. Dalton deals. Somewhat of a breaking ball is low. Count evens out 1-1. Line drive, center field. It's a base hit. Millett around second. On his way to third. Ball's all the way out towards the warning track. Millett will score. Napoleon rushing to third. Slides in with an RBI triple. As that ball rolls away, he's going to advance, and it's a Little League home run. 21-11 the score. And that's just how this day has gone. Four errors for Piedmont International. No outs, and here's Jose Santana. Takes a strike for the first pitch outside. So the Rams will likely improve to 17-11 on the year. Popped up. Foul territory. Bond rushes. Can't make the catch as it flies over the dugout. Quickly now 0-2. (0-2) in the dirt, ball 1. Outside and low again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Going on 2.5 hours in this game. 2-2. Liner out to center field. Here comes Deegan. Dives. Can't make the catch. It rolls behind him. Here comes Santana. On his way to second. He'll get there. Another double.
Pinch hitting, Eli Mejia.
Here's Mejia, pinch hitting. Runner at second base, up by 10. Breaking ball outside corner. If you're the umpire here, now's not the time to be choosy about strikes. If it is even remotely close, you have to throw a fist up there. 0-1. See that? I'd be calling that a strike. That's a fastball low. Count goes 1-1. 30 combined hits, 7 combined errors, and 32 combined runs. As that one is grounded off of the glove of Dalton. Throw to second, skips away, you bet. He's safe at first. So Ambrose tried to spike it there. It's not how you record an out. 5th error for Piedmont International. No outs. The man up to the plate. It's outside and low. Matthew Larson up to the plate, pinch hitting. He swings and grounds it over to short. Could this be a double play? Throw to second is in time. Ambrose doesn't even try, and another run scores. 22-11. But there is an out. It's now 22-11. And they're going to call everybody out on that play except for Santana at third. So they're going to call an obstruction or interference. So it's a double play. Wipe that run off for the board. 21-11. Here's Guzman. Breaking ball outside. Guzman hit a gigantic home run his last time up. I mean, a huge one. Outside and low. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Big cut and a miss. That was one of the more impressive home runs we have seen because it got out of here in a hurry in a deep part of the field. Gonna miss, swing, and a whiff on that one makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Down to the final out of the bottom of the 6th. Piedmont International down by 10. Rams trying to add on as it's a cut and a miss, strike 3. And that is it for the first 6 innings. 21-11 the score. 3 more outs, and we are done with the doubleheader here at Bowen Field.
Hey, is this guard here still?
3 outs away from the Rams sweeping the doubleheader. 21-11 they lead. Cody Gardier pitches. Ambrose looks at it low and away. It's ball 1.
At the plate, Leslie Ambrose.
Here's the 1-0. Foul tip right behind Cardona. In a long game. Five hours of baseball today. Gardier deals. Ambrose fouls it off. What a battle here. Ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs, 21-11. Lots of offense, lack of defense, lack of pitching. That's the theme of this game. 1-2. Where did that miss? The fastball high and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In here since the start at 3 o'clock. A 1-2. In the dirt. Steps into the motion, 2-2. Fouled off. High fly, left field, running for it, actually left center, and Huntley makes the catch for out number 1. We are 2 outs away. Looks like we might have another pinch hitter, and it's Josh Wright. First pitch to Josh Wright. He swings and grounds it over to first, skips into the glove of Guzman. He wins the race to the bag, and that is a smart idea to just take it yourself. 2 outs, 1 out away. Look at these high school kids that are up on the side right near the dugout. If you see that little grouping of people, they finally get to play today. First pitch, it's grounded down the left field line. There's a base hit. Now rushing around first, going for second, trying to get there. He will. Piedmont excited about that one. That's Talon Green. Talon Green, rather. So Talon Green, that's his first hit of the season. And it'll bring up the left fielder. Johnson up to the plate. He went down looking. Here's the pitch. Fouled back, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball off the glove, and now Torres gets it. Throw to first. Not in time as it rolls away. A run comes in to score. And now it's 22 or 21-12. Oh, man. It could have been a 1-4-3. There was a bit of hesitation there by Torres. It looked like Guzman had not covered in time. But alas, we continue. Eli Straw to the plate. Line drive, right field, base hit. Johnson around second. Throw in the infield. Skipped in a bit late. Now there are runners on the corners for Gibbio. 21-12 remains to score. That's the 14th hit for Piedmont International. Rams, in the grand scheme of things, only out-hitting them by 5, but they lead by 9. Rams have 4 errors. Bruins have 5. Gibbio up to the plate. First pitch to the DH in the dirt. Ball one. Count it 1-0. Fouled back. Evens at 1-1. Count it 1-1. Pitch. And the dirt again. Boy, Cartier is struggling to throw strikes, and this game keeps on going. Gibbio up to the plate down 21-12. 2-1. High fly, center field, long run for Huntley. Still racing, and he can't make the catch. Couple of runs will score. Gibbio held up at second. It's a 2-run double, 21-14. All you have to do is just get one more out. Nieves up to the plate.
Third baseman, Sammy Nieves.
Nieves awaits a pitch from Gardier, checking on the runner at second. First pitch popped up in the infield, right side. Guzman makes the catch, and the doubleheader is over. Rams win Game 2, 21-14, after a final line that looks like this. 21 runs, 19 hits, 4 errors for Bluefield. Bruins scored 14 runs, 15 hits, and 5 errors for themselves. So now the Rams are 17-11, and that is it for our coverage of Rams baseball here on a Tuesday. We're going to be back this weekend, though, for a big-time series against Drew McConnell, so tune in on Friday. But that is the ball game, and to remind you the final score, for Alan Bowen, my cameraman, my name is Bailey Angle. 21-14, Rams win this one, and until Friday, take it easy, Rams fans.